Everyone. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and all that good stuff. How is everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Wow, I'm live. It's not something I do very often on this channel, but here I am. I'm live. Um, I have some time to kill today. It's Sunday, and I just literally just came across this new program on YouTube because they have some updates and changes on YouTube, and I've been trying to figure it all out. And so I came across this new program, and so I'm trying to finagle it. So here it is. I am live. I am live. I am live. Wow. Okay. The topic today, I'm not going to stay long. The topic today is, you guys see it on the screen there, Tariq Nasheed band from the UK. Yeah, that brother. Those of you who know who Tariq Nasheed is, I'm going to show. I'm sure by now everybody know who that brother is. He's a big YouTuber, and he has a couple of films out. Uh, yeah. So I am live. I am live. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm sitting outside today, so if you guys hear some noise, that'll be my neighbor. Um, I'm sitting outside. It's bright and beautiful today. So good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds to come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in. Let me make sure everything is set up here. Let me make sure everything is set up here. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see. How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? How's everybody doing? Okay, so the the topic today is Tariq Nasheed got banned from the United Kingdom, right? If you don't know who Tariq Nasheed is, he is the young man or the gentleman who is responsible for those film Hidden Colors. I believe he's all the way up to number 5 now, Hidden Color 5. And so this gentleman, ooh, these bugs are killing me. This gentleman, he created these movies, and these movies, as a lot of you guys may have watched these films. It's about, Black history, right? It's about Black history. So this brother was on his way to the UK with his wife and family, and because his movies were scheduled to be released in the UK, and up in reaching the airport, he was literally detained and told that not only is he banned from the UK, his movies are not even allowed to be played there. The movies are banned from the UK. So I just want to talk about hypocrisy, the hypocrisy of Europeans, you know. So here's a movie. Here's a movie about. This is not a violent movie. This is not a movie about anything child pedophilia, anything about violence or anything like that. It's not a movie about racism or anyone killing people, or you know what I mean, or inciting the death of people. We're simply talking about the history of Black folks. That's what the movie is about, and it's pretty much a lot of people sitting around, giving their version of history and talking about history. Right? That's a lot of the movie is about that. So I just want to talk. I just want to say this. So the UK does not want a movie about slavery to be played there, where it's kind of like on the flip side. Where you're talking about the slave master and how they treat another race of people, right? But the last time I checked, that movie 12 Years a Slave was released in the UK, and there was another movie, I believe it was The Birth of a Nation. those slave movies were released, and people went to see those movies in the UK, right? In the UK, because see, Europeans, they have no problem sitting down and watching a movie about the brutality of black folks. They have no problem with that, right? So they release. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. So I was looking at this is a British, a UK newspaper. It's called the Telegraph, right? And this is the movie 12 Years a Slave that they features they featured in this newspaper online, right? 12 Years a Slave is a true story of Solomon Northup, right? Okay, over here, right? There it is again. Now they have their own version. It says here British version of 12 Years a Slave to shed light in our role in the Atlantic slave trade, right? Okay. This is another movie again, Birth of a Nation, a twisted history of Hollywood racist masterpiece, right? Okay. So these movies were released in 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 Britain. Oops, got something in my eyes there. These movies were released in the UK, right? And so these people have no problem showcasing, um, you know, movies about black folks being brutalized, right? They have no problem with that at all. But um, when it comes to a brother showing his movie, educating black folks about their history. Now the movie is banned, and this brother is being kicked out of the country, which is horrible, horrible. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys don't know who Tariq Nasheed is, here he is. That's the guy there. All right, that's him. He's a brother born and raised in America. And I went to his bio here on Wikipedia, and it says Tariq Nasheed is an American film producer and media personality. Okay, so he's responsible for the movie, the films Hidden Colors, right? And in those films is pretty much they talking about the history of slaves and just the history of black folks, not just here in America but all over the world, and how we overcome the brutality of slavery, and what role different countries has to play in our enslavement, right? And so that's pretty much the gist of the story of the movies. And this brother has been banned, literally banned. He's been put on a list and banned from the UK. He's not a terrorist, right? He's not a child molester. He's not a pedophile. He's not we're talking about a person who produced film, and he's banned just because he's sharing black history with his people. Okay. So today we're talking about the hypocrisy of the European today. Anyway, not going to make this long. So y'all know about the mass shooting. All right. So I came across something here, and I just want to. This is CBS News, right? CBS News. And of course, the news put out what they want you to know. Okay. They don't always put out everything. They only put out what they want you to know. All right. So here is CBS News, and they're giving us a number of shooting that has occurred in America since July, right? Since July. Okay, not since January, since July, right? Okay, so as we all know, there has been quite a few mass shooting in America. Within the last 24 to 48 hours, we've had about two of them, right? Where quite a few dozen people have passed away, died, right? And as we all know, in these two shootings, all of these shooters were Caucasian, right? I just want to point that out because that's very important. Okay. I'm going to read an article here from CBS News that was just uploaded. The number of mass shooting across the United States so far in 2019 has outpaced the number of days this year, right? According to a gun violence research group. This put 2019 on pace to be the first year since 2016 with an average of more than one mass shooting a day, right? As of Sunday, which was the 216th day of the year, there has been 251 mass shooting in the United States of America, right? According to a data from the nonprofit Gun Violence Archive, right? Huh. The total of 251 mass shooting include 5 high-profile rampages in the past 8 days in which more than 100 people were killed. And so I went to Wikipedia. This is Wikipedia right here, and it's giving us a list of mass shooting in the United States in 2019, right? And of course, it's not giving us the real number here, okay? Because down here it says as of July 31st, 2019, there has been 248 mass shooting have occurred in the United States that fits the inclusion criteria of this article, resulting in 979 people being shot. Of those people, 246 have died. Okay. Now, I personally don't believe that number. I don't. But what I want to make clear is something here. All right, let's go back to this article over here and go down here. This is very important. The Gun Violence Archive says there has been 33,028 total shootings incident in 2019 as of Sunday, right? Resulting in 8,734 deaths and 17,000 injuries, right? These mass shootings are being done not by any other race but the Caucasian race, okay? The amount of mass shooting that has been done in the United States here, if we were to look at the statistics and the data, you know, when you talk about when you have people in this country, I'm talking about Caucasian people who have the nerve to talk about people like that brother Colin Kaepernick, who protest against brutality against black people here in America, right? And they say, oh, you hate your country, you know, you hate America, right? But a large number of these murderers, these people who are terrorizing the American people, are Caucasian people that was born and raised here in America, right? These mass shooters are Caucasian people that was born and raised right here in this country, And it's mind-boggling to me that these people will fix their mouth to sit there and say about a black man who's protesting violence in this country against black folks, and they would have the nerve to say that we black folks in this country are not you know, what's that word, patriotic, right? Black folks hate America, blah 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 blah, which you know what, I'm not going to give my opinion on that. But they have the nerve when majority of the mass shooters in this country are Caucasian people that was born and raised here. These people hate their country. You don't go around terrorizing your country, shooting people and killing people if you love your country so much. That makes no sense to me at all, you know. And so that's the hypocrisy of Caucasian, you know, of the European. Just the total hypocrisy. Is a different Hollywood movie have white savior? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. Um, yeah, and that's why, brother Pierre. That's why they love That's why they love these slave movies, because all these slave movies have a white savior in them. You know, somebody who's white who comes to the rescue of a poor, downtrodden slave. You know what I mean? Yeah. And since the brothers movie is not about that, that's why it's blocked. You know, there's always, you look into all these slave movies that's being played all over the world. There's always this white person who comes to save the day, right? And that's what Caucasian love. They love these movies where black folks are being brutalized and beaten down, and the black men are just weak and docile, and the black woman is being raped and murdered and beaten and slaughtered, and our people just look weak, right? And there you have this white person just rode in on their horse, right? And save the day, right? That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see. It's ridiculous. You know what? Listen, how you doing, Judy? A lot of people have their opinions on Tariq Nasheed. My personal opinion, I don't even think it's important. Um, I really don't. There are things that the brother say that I don't support at all. Um, I don't think I'm going to give my opinion on the brother today, but the bottom line is that his movies are about black folks and about the upliftment of black folks, about our history. Well, I don't know about the upliftment of black folks, but it's about black history, right? It's about black history, and he's spreading black history to other people from other parts of the world, and I don't really see anything wrong with that. I might not agree with things that he say, all right, but he has his opinion, and it is what it is. But when it comes to spreading our history and sharing our history to people who might not know about the history of our people, I support that. I support that. So, for to ban the movie and ban him, because you don't want to see any movie about our history and the upliftment of our people and how our people have to fight, just to stay alive. They don't want that type of movie over there. So, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm not going to stay too long on here. Just wanted to test this new live thing that they have going on YouTube here. It's new to me, new to a lot of people. Okay, and I know you guys are not used to me being live on here, so I'll be doing a lot more live since I'm getting familiar with this new system here. So you guys will see me on here a lot, all right? And thank you guys for tuning in. But I just wanted to bring out these things, these two little topics here, about the terrorism that's going on. And you know what I noticed? You know what I noticed too? These mass shooting that's happening in America, right? Whenever there's a mass shooting in America, which involves Caucasian, which usually does involve Caucasian. It's usually a Caucasian person who goes somewhere and decide to kill a whole bunch of people, right? For whatever reason. What I notice is that the media, the racist media, they come in and they say, oh, this lone gunman just decided to just walk out of his basement or out of his cave somewhere and decide to go get a gun and start shooting everybody. And for a lot of people buy that nonsense. A lot of people actually believe that. There is no lone gunman. There is no lone gunman. All these people belong to groups. They all belong to groups, okay? Underground groups somewhere. They have meetings, they come together, and they plan and they plot. Okay, these things are planned, and there is a group of them, a lot of them. They have their secret meeting. If you go out into the outskirt of certain states, Pennsylvania, out there in Texas, all these different states that are not big city. These people stay in small cities. They don't like big cities, okay? Because bigger cities have diversity, and that's what they don't want. They don't like diversity because they hate people, right? So they stay in small cities in their little caves, right? And they plan and they plot. That's what they do. There's no such thing as lone gunmen. That's what they like to tell us, right? But some of us are not dumb, okay? So we know that there's no such thing as lone gunmen. So these people belong to groups, okay? And see, that's the problem. That's the problem. And then when they say that they are lone gunmen, right? Then that gives them an opportunity to take this so-called lone gunman. They take him alive, right? If they don't shoot him dead, they take him in alive, and then they tell you, oh, he has some mental illness, right? And so they put him somewhere in an institution for a couple of days, and then they send him right back to his group. Okay, that's it. That's what they do. Now, an Indian guy, a guy from over there in the Middle East somewhere, some black dude, or anybody else. Oh, we're a group of thugs and everything else, right? But yeah. But anyway, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. These people belong to groups. These people belong to groups. And if you go online, they have secret groups online, okay? Which I won't show right now, but trust me, I know a lot of the groups. A lot of them are online. A lot of them are online. A lot of these Donna, I don't know, Donna. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of these are foreigners. That's not true. Don't buy the propaganda. That's all propaganda. Majority of the mass shootings in America is done by people that are born and raised in this country. Okay, majority of them. Majority of them. Okay, so I don't buy that propaganda about these people being foreign, and that's not true. Majority of mass shooters here, if you go back to all the school shooting, okay, the people who walk up into the church and just start blasting everybody, okay, and all in the synagogues, all in the restaurants, all into the supermarket, all these people, they're all Caucasian American, born and raised here. None of these people are foreigners. So don't spread that propaganda. I don't believe that. I know that that's not true. That's not true at all. Okay. So when we talk about, when you see black people marching and protesting against brutality in this country, and then we are being told that we hate, and we're spewing hate, and we need to come together and peaceful and blah 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 blah. Why are these Caucasian running around terrorizing their own country that they claim to love so much? That's my question. That's my question. That's my question. Why? Why are they running around terrorizing everybody? If you love your country so much, why are you going around shooting everybody? Huh? So much for loving America. So much for loving America. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. As I mentioned, this was not meant to be a long live stream. I was just testing this stuff out, just making sure this stuff work. Thank you for tuning in. All right. I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Listen, give me a thumb up. All right. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Okay. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.